Verse 6 says, then the Redeemer said, I cannot redeem it for myself. Otherwise, I would jeopardize my own inheritance. Redeem it for yourself. You may have my right of redemption since I can't redeem it. Boaz was slick. And let me be very clear about what I'm saying, because usually we read this story and our mind quickly goes to women. We say it, I'm going to find me a Boaz. God, send me a Boaz. Boaz is great, but the prize was always Ruth. The prize was never Boaz. Understand what I'm saying to you right now. Boaz knew if he told the man who Ruth really was and described her character, amen, he might have changed his mind. So he started off with the plot of land. Let me not even talk about the woman. Let me talk about the land. And when I bring the woman up, let me talk about you having to lose something in order to get that, so that you don't want it. Because I see the value not in the land. Boaz didn't need any additional land. The man had what he had, amen. It was about the woman. From the beginning, it was about the woman. And I know we talk so bad about Chrissy, amen, and Jim Jones, and how Chrissy proposed to Jim Jones and no woman should ever. But listen, before Chrissy did it, Ruth did it. She sure enough laid at Boaz's feet and made her proposal. And Boaz replied to her, all that you have done for your mother-in-law after the death of your husband has been fully reported to me, and how you left your father and your mother in the land of your birth and came to a people that you did not previously know. May the Lord reward your work, and may your wages be full from the Lord, the God of Israel, under whose wings you have come to take refuge. Understand, Ruth was really looking for covering, and God had covered her up to the point that she got to Boaz. But what Boaz did in this particular passage is reminded Ruth of who she was. I don't know who needs to hear this today, but I'm here to tell you that the things that you've done, your character and who you are, does not go unseen to God. God will remind you, amen, that he has seen every single thing you've done. Your good deeds have not gone unnoticed. That's why you have to continue to be who you are. We've been having this saying, I'm a match energy, and I'm good to say it, but listen, I take it back, God. I take it back. I don't want to match their energy. I don't care what you're giving me, God. I want to be everything that you've called me to be. No matter what they act like, God, I still want to be who you created me to be. Jesus. Keep being that amazing giving soul. God sees it, God honors it, and God rewards it. You've gone against the grain. You've gone against the trend. You've gone above and beyond, and God sees all of it. Pain changes, folks, amen. But don't let a painful situation or a painful moment in time prevent you from getting to what's next, to your future. Amen. Understand what I'm saying. I understand, losing a loved one, or going through a heartbreak, or getting devastating news, or a bad doctor's report, or a layoff, amen, or a job rejection, or a loan denial, or someone's jaded opinion spoken over your life. That hurts, amen. But do not let that distract you from who God created you to be. We've been duped into thinking, amen, that this story was about Boaz. This whole time, Boaz wasn't it. Boaz wasn't the focal point of the story. He was an extra, amen, in the book of Ruth. It wasn't called the book of Boaz. It was called the book of Ruth. Understand what I'm saying to you. It was never about him, amen. It was always about her, amen. Boaz, amen, already had a claim, amen, to the right of being named as somebody that was, tied to the lineage of Jesus Christ. He was birthed into that. That was already given to him. It was Ruth, amen, who wasn't supposed to be there, but because of who she was and because of how good God is. This is what I'm saying. Growing up in Moab, she probably had no knowledge or no thought whatsoever that her life would be what it was. Somebody needs to understand exactly what I'm saying today. You thinking your situation, your frame of mind, amen, in your limited thinking, you think that life is supposed to look like this. But God says, I have something beyond your thinking in store for you. Ruth was a woman with a heart of gold. She was smart. She was a hard worker. She was resourceful. She was effective. She was intentional. She was strategic. She was a woman of faith. She was a woman that dared for greater than what she had been accustomed to. She was a woman that refused to settle. Amen. She was not afraid of the unknown. She saw the potential in relying on the God of Naomi. She didn't run from the challenge. She ran to the challenge because she saw it as an opportunity for God to work and for God to move and for God to show up and for God to get glory.